Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to The Done Creative. For today's pick a card reading, we are going to be exploring what to expect in September of 2019. And if for some reason you're stumbling upon this at a later date than that, feel free to pick a pile and just roll with it because you were led here for a reason. And if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you take a couple of deep cleansing breaths, close your eyes, and really try to center your energy to choose between piles number 1, 2, or 3, or if more than one pile calls your name, feel free to pick them both. When you feel called to more than one, there's usually a message in each pile for you. The whole pile itself may not resonate, but there is a message in there somewhere for you. Feel free to pick what calls to you and take what resonates and leave the rest. Go ahead and find the timestamp for the pile or piles you selected below, and let's get into this. Okay, group number 1, let's see what you are to expect for September of 2019. And what I'm going to do is I have tarot cards and then I've dealt oracle cards as well. So we're just going to reveal one by one the tarot cards, and I have a kind of horseshoe type spread that I like to do. So let's get into it. Okay, so this card here is going to be the overall energy of the month of September 2019 for you guys. And you guys got card number 15, the ego card. So there may be a false sense of you being stuck in a situation that you don't want. Maybe you're overly focused on material gain or things that in the grand scheme of your life don't really enhance your life, but just make you feel good on a temporary basis. And there may be a lot of negative or fear-based thoughts going on in your head or with people around you or just things in your environment that are kind of causing you to get more in your ego and rather than more in your heart. Just keep that in mind as you go through this month, that your ego may be trying to take the reins, and just you having the awareness of that, you could completely deflect your ego from taking charge this month. If you did pick this pile, that you know that, because now you have some power over that little ego of yours. Since we all have that ego. This card is the past energy from the past couple months that you are coming into this month with as well. And you got the renewal card, which is all about reevaluating and reviewing how you got to where you are now. And there is a bit of a glare, sorry about that. Okay. So this is also kind of a time, I call this kind of the life review card basically. So you're just taking stock of everything in your life, and you can kind of point out the things that are no longer serving you and the things that are really working for you. And it wouldn't hurt to just sit down with a pen and some paper and really start getting a feel for where you want to go these next few months, because to me, you're coming in with this sense of renewal. And if you haven't started making changes in your life or around your home or in your job or your environment in general, it's not too late. This is the month where I think it's really going to start happening for you guys, because you're coming into this month with this renewal energy. So definitely not too late to get started on any changes you want to implement into your life, or getting rid of things that just aren't serving you, whether that's friendships, relationships, and not getting rid of them, but just getting rid of dynamics or circular kind of loops of negativity that may be going on, which I think everyone is dealing with right now, with the way the astrology is going, with the way the stars and the planets are aligned. Things are really being shaken up. And I do follow Vedic astrology, but whatever astrology you follow, you can see in the sky there is a lot of old belief systems and old patterns of doing things that are coming up to be healed and completely renewed, just like your card here. So let's see where you're sitting at here in the present moment. What energies are around you. And you have the Ace of Fire, which is absolutely beautiful, coming right after this renewal card, because this is that passion, that drive to really start something new, like a new project or a new opportunity coming into your life, a new relationship even though usually the Ace of Cups is more about relationships, but this could also represent that. A career advancement, like a promotion or something. You're just changing your life. Like this month is the month you guys can really make some changes in your life that maybe you've known for a while you wanted to make, but the timing wasn't right, or you just had too much other stuff on your plate, but now's the time. So these big things that you've been wanting to do, these dreams, these passions, just the way, getting healthy or something like that, that's really going to enhance your life. This month, you're really going to start taking off and doing things. And let's check the rest of these cards just to see if this fire is going to carry you through the month. I have a pretty good feeling that it's going to. So in your future conditions, you have the Three of Earth. So this is that creative force and working as a team with other people, and you're being recognized for good work that you've done. So this does pair well with this Ace of Fire, getting a career advancement or a promotion, even changing jobs for some of you. I don't think it's all of you, but there are quite a few of you, even if you're working from home or a stay-at-home parent or something, you're going to get recognition for all that you do from friends and loved ones. People are going to actually really take notice of you this month and be like, wow, you really got it going on. Whatever it is that you do have going on, they're going to notice it, and you're going to feel really appreciated with that. And if there is some sort of creative project that you're working on or hoping to start working on, this really carries through with this Ace of Fire as that passion to make this thing happen. You have this, it's like you're tapped into your sacral chakra and you are channeling this divine creativity through your intuition. And I just saw like someone putting on some headphones to listen to some music and sitting down to draw or paint. So I think for you guys, music would play a very big role this month for you guys in tapping into that creative energy. So this card here is your best path to follow this month. And you guys have the Magician. That is amazing. So this card is all about just going forward and realizing how beautiful life is and, Magician, how magical it is. And you have all the resources to manifest anything this month. It's even if you don't have the money or the tools to start something, it's like they're just going to appear to you right when you need them through other people or just happenstances that happen. You're going to be supported from other people and from the divine itself. So if you can just follow this path of your inner magician, that inner alchemist that is there to turn lead into gold, you are there to turn a blank slate into a beautiful creation this month. That is absolutely amazing. And then for your energy that's kind of in your environment, and this one kind of pairs with the ego card, but this is just what's really going to carry you through energetically. And you have the Ten of Fire. So I think for a lot of you guys, you're going to feel by the end of the month almost overwhelmed with the amount of things on your plate. There's too much work, there's too much going on, and you're going to have to start accepting help from others. You may have gotten so into this project that you're working on that other areas of your life have gone completely out of balance. If you're not careful and you're not doing some self-care and delegating some things that, maybe you don't have to do everything. Maybe you can delegate some things to other people. Even if you're at home and you have a lot of stuff going on at work or something, you can ask your spouse or significant other or a friend, hey, would it be okay? I know I normally do this thing, but this month or this week, can you do this thing? Because I just feel so overwhelmed with everything I have going on. And when you do get this card, you just want to be really careful to do that self-care because you can get a stress-related illness like a cold or a cough or something your body manifests to slow you down and get you back in balance. For a lot of people, it does take an illness or an injury to slow them down. If they're on such a roll and they have all this stuff on their plate, it does take an illness or an injury to get those people to slow down. And I feel like you guys may be those people. I do feel like a lot of you guys are really into self-care and try to keep that balance. But I think for quite a few of you, you guys will run yourself right into the ground because you feel like, oh, if I take a break, then all these wheels I have up in the air are just going to stop spinning and Take a deep breath, you guys. You guys can only do so much. It's like you can do anything, but you can't do everything. You guys would actually benefit greatly from taking some little breaks and even mini vacations. Even if you just sit home and lay in bed all day and binge watch Netflix or something like that, it may refill your creative well for you, because if you're just going and going and going and going and never taking a break to even do one thing you enjoy, even if you do enjoy your work or the thing you're working on, even if you do enjoy it, if you're not refilling your creative well in other ways, you're gonna burn out. It's just inevitable. Take a deep breath, go with the flow, try not to make too many things happen all at once, because we can make changes in our lives, but if we try to change, 5 different things at once, that can be very overwhelming to our little egos that just want to remain the same and are afraid of change. So just try to keep that balance, and I think you guys will be okay. So in your hopes and your fears, you guys have the Queen of Water. I think for you guys, you're hoping this month that you can really enhance your relationships. I think some of you have had some stressful things going on in relationships in the past, especially with this renewal card coming in. Maybe you've had some fights with your significant other or a close friend, or you just haven't been on the same page, or maybe you've both been so busy that you haven't even had time to really connect. And this is going to be the month that you do connect. So if you can try to keep from stressing yourself out, balance that by spending time with other people, just to spend time with other people with no agenda, just for the sake of spending time with others. And this is that card of intuition, that Queen of Water, that Queen of Cups. She's very intuitive and empathic and patient and loving and kind, and you're going to want to care for yourself and others. So I have a feeling a lot of you guys will be able to balance this heavy workload by taking care of yourselves and putting yourselves out there and connecting with other people. So I don't think you guys have anything to worry about with this. Just keep in mind, keep that ego in check, and keep in mind that you have a tendency this month to take on way too much. So, but I think you guys will be able to balance it pretty well. Okay, so and for your final outcome card, you have the Nine of Earth, which is enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful business endeavors or self-employment. You guys, it's just going to be a very fulfilling time for you. So I do feel like you guys are going to take time to smell the roses and really see how far you've come since these earlier summer months. I think you guys are really going to go on a journey this month that is just going to take you places you've always wanted to go. And as long as you're mindful of that ego getting in the way and telling you you're not good enough, or you're not working hard enough, and that you're not working hard enough, because you can't overwork yourself this month. It's just imperative that you try to do a steady work pace and not something grueling. So yeah, there's absolutely nothing here that's coming up that you need to worry about, except, just keeping those negative thoughts away and overworking yourself and making sure you get that self-care. So I'm just going to go ahead and move some of these up so we have more room for the oracle cards. I always mess this whole thing up when I try. Okay, let's see if we can keep this from looking like a total disaster here. All right, and for you guys, the first thing that's really standing out to me is you have the Winter card, the Waning Moon, Amethyst, and the Temple Path, and Door to Spirit. To me, those all really go hand in hand with each other, because like the Amethyst is all about your psychic abilities, your intuition. The Waning Moon is about introspection and taking that kind of renewal of your life, taking that life review and really getting in touch with where you're at. And then for me, the winter months are kind of that hibernation and that introspection and really trying to clean up your inner environment. And then the Temple Path is kind of that spirituality card for me with this deck. And Door to Spirit, same difference, really. You guys, it's almost like you're so busy with this external and all these things that you have going on that you want to be very mindful to tap into that spirituality. So I know I said be sure not to take on too much, but if you guys aren't into meditation, I think this month, even if you set aside just 5 minutes a day, but make sure you do it every day. 5 minutes a day to just really center your energy and tap into that inner environment and find out what it is that you truly do want in life. Because a lot of us are kind of striving for keeping up with the Joneses and stuff and don't really take stock in what it is that our heart really desires, our soul desires. And I think this month, if you guys can tap into that inner self, that inner space, you are going to have some miracle healing in your life. You're going to heal old traumas and wounds just by allowing yourself the time and space for yourself, for that self-care. And then the call on your joy guides. This is all about finding out what it is that brings you joy. I think for a lot of you, you've been so busy working, and I think you do have a few passions that are very evident to you. But I think there's been a lot of things in your life that you tell yourself, oh, I don't have time to play. I don't have time to mess around with, that artistic thing or that fun and creative thing because I'm busy working, I'm busy doing this other artistic or creative thing. But you're never too busy to allow yourself to have a little fun. And then with that nurture card, it's just, once again, with that self-care, make sure you're nurturing yourself and make sure you're not letting that ego take the lead and, snap at yourself and snap at others. You want to take on that loving and nurturing energy this month as you go through the month. Because I think the farther you get into this month of September, you're going to start feeling more and more frazzled and more overwhelmed if you don't take the time to introspect and tap into that psychic ability, that intuition of yours. And right as I said that, I do feel like there is a decision that someone has to make, whether it's to move or change jobs, or I just saw for someone changing schools or deciding not to go back to school, something like that. There's a pretty major life decision that you need to make this month that you're going to need to tap into that inner environment to get the answer, because on the surface, if you just try to stay in your head about it or ask advice from other people, you're not going to get your true heart's answer unless you do that inner speaking to yourself and your higher self by meditating or just really going within and discovering what it is that you want in life. And then with the Door to Spirit and the Temple Path, to me, they go very beautifully together. They're both very spiritual cards, but I think for you guys and the Amethyst card, you're gonna be very tapped into that intuition this month. It's like that veil that separates this world and the other is very thin for you guys, and you won't have a hard time whatsoever tapping into that. So yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys. I'm hoping this resonated. I really truly do appreciate all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really hope to see you back here at the Done Creative. All right, have a beautiful September, you guys. Bye. All right, group number 2, let's see what you guys are to expect for the month of September. And what I did was I have our regular tarot spread that I like to do for my monthly readings, and then I have a nice little stack of oracle cards here as well that we will get more information on what we discover through the tarot. So let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, so for your overall energy coming in to this month with is the Eight of Fire. So this is that quick boom, 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 boom card that everything is just happening at such a fast pace. Any delays or blockages that you've had in your way are removed and you're ready to go. And there seems to be a lot of things going on at once. So I just saw for some of you guys, like going back to school, or your kids are going back to school, and you have something going on, and your spouse or significant other or friends all have something going on. It just feels like there's a lot going on for everyone here. I'm taking this more as a warning for you guys to just make sure you don't burn yourselves out. A lot like group number 1. Make sure you're not taking on too much, not putting too much on your plate, and not stressing yourself out. So this is the card of your past, the energy coming in from these summer months, and we have the Ace of Earth, which is an inflow of abundance, promising new business venture, and important documents or contracts. So this is that Ace of Pentacles, that beautiful card for new beginnings in your financial life, your material life, your home life even. So for you guys coming in, it seems like you've had a pretty busy summer, pretty good things going on. I feel like someone's recently gotten a promotion or changed jobs to like their dream job, or has started a project they've just been dying to start and ready to start and jump into. And that's a great way to come into this month. Just make sure you're not taking on too much, because I can already see that's going to be an issue this month for you guys. So in the present, you have the Knight of Earth. So it's time to buckle down and get things done, you guys. Not that you haven't already been, but I think a lot of your energy has just been kind of scattered, especially with this Eight of Fire as kind of your overall. You will have a tendency to just really have that shiny object syndrome that, you know, if you've ever watched the movie Up, where the dogs are talking and then they're like, squirrel! Like, that might be you guys this month with this Eight of Fire paired here with this Knight of Earth. It feels to me like you guys are ready to not stop this huge process that you're going through, but you're ready to kind of focus your energy better. You know, instead of having your energy all across the board, you want to sit down and really figure out, what is the most important thing for me to accomplish this month? What is the most important relationships to focus on this month? And you really need to laser your focus, because if you don't, you're just going to be all over the place with your energy and with your projects and just with things in general. And I feel like the word no is going to be your best friend this month, for reasons that we will discover here. So your future conditions is the Two of Water. I already feel like for a lot of you, maybe your love relationship or very close relationship to you, even if it's a parent or a child or a best friend, something like that, a significant relationship in your life may have taken a back seat in the month past, because you've been so busy with these other things you have going on. This month, you're really going to reconnect with this person or people, and you're going to grow closer. And there may have even been like a fight or a conflict in the past that you guys were trying to resolve. And this is going to be that happy resolution that you've both been wanting. And there may be even someone that you want to forgive, or you feel like that needs to forgive you, that will happen for you guys this month. So that's pretty cool. So this card is your best path to follow this month. And for that, you have the Nine of Water. So this is that wish fulfillment card, that Nine of Cups, that wish is coming true. Anything that was stressing you out just tends to fade away, and you're just really loving life. And I have a feeling that that's just going to be the best way for you to get this energy here under control, is to make sure you're doing the things that bring you the most joy. Alright, you guys, sorry about that. My memory card filled up. I think I was saying something about taking into consideration that if you can follow that thing that brings you the most joy, you're on the right path. Just getting laser focused on the things that are going to enhance your life and the lives of those around you, and the things that really mean something to you, are the best things for you to focus on this month. Okay, so then in your environment, and it pairs a lot with this Eight of Fire for me. So we have the Page of Water. So this is a very intuitive and sensitive and friendly and artistic card, that Page of Cups. And this could be a new person entering your life. A relationship just kind of goes to another level or another phase. And you have these more intuitive knowings about things. You're going to be really tapped into your intuition this month. And it's funny here, you have all this water. You're going to be all up in your emotions with things. You're going to be making decisions based on your emotions and not just frivolously. You're really going to take stock of what it is that matters to you. So I think this Eight of Fire could actually really be a help for you guys. I know I kind of said, oh, this is kind of a warning. I think that as long as you know that potential to just scatter your energy everywhere is there, as long as you know that could be a possibility, that warning you've heeded it, and now you can actually benefit from this and make good things happen all at once with this Page of Water. So I don't think you guys have anything to worry about with getting completely burned out or overwhelmed like group number one possibly might be dealing with, if they're not mindful of that energy. But I think you guys, you're going to really be tapped into your inner environment and ready to make decisions based on what's best for your heart, what's best for your soul, and not just all up in your head. Because we don't have so far any error. So there isn't a lot of mind games that you're playing with yourself or your ego, and there's not a lot of mental activity going on that's going to be a detriment to you or something that's standing in your way. So in your hopes and your fears, you have the release card, which to me is just absolutely awesome because you guys have this new, you're at the end of this phase in your life or a situation in your life, and you're on to a new beginning. And for a lot of people, that could be some sort of spiritual transformation or a spiritual awakening even. You're going to have this sense of it's time to move on from a certain area of your life or a certain person or a certain situation or a project maybe that you've been working on that you're kind of realizing isn't working. Whatever resonates for your situation. Again, this is a general reading, so I'm picking up on lots of different energies here. So whatever it is that you're needing to release, it feels to me like this month is going to be a perfect time to do that. Get rid of that old baggage or that old situation that's just been running you down and dragging on your energy. And it feels to me like once you release that, that's going to be that block that's removed in all these beautiful areas of your life that is just, these other areas are just going to move forward beautifully because you've allowed yourself to heal from something in the past and release something that was no longer serving your highest good. So then for your outcome, oh my goodness, you guys have the awakening card. And I was just saying about that spiritual awakening, and then here we have the awakening card. I feel for a great number of you, this actually isn't all spiritual stuff, but it could just be awakening to realizing maybe you're worth more than this job is paying you. Maybe you feel finally that you're worth more than the way people are treating you. And you're going to be seeing things from a different perspective. You're going to be, it's like the fog has lifted off of an area or even possibly more than one area of your life. That actually may slow things down in certain areas because once you kind of get that sense of clarity, you need to kind of say like, okay, hold the phone, slow the horses down here for a second because now I have to re-examine what it is that I want. And you really need to tap into that inner self, that inner environment to discover what is important to you in this life. What is it that you need to focus on most, and who is it that you even are? Because a lot of us are so lost in this world as to who we really are and what we should be focusing on. But to me, by the end of the month, you guys are really going to have some clarity on an area of your life that maybe was just puzzling you or just you couldn't move on from, and you're going to be moving on from it with this release card. So all right, let's go ahead and get into the oracle cards. I'm going to go ahead and move these up and kind of give us more space for that, because otherwise I'm going to run out of room on the table. Okay. All right, I might be able to just put these all in one line. My attempt at making anything straight by trying to look into the viewfinder of this camera is just impossible. Wow. Yes, you guys, you were at that indecision with this release and awakening, and there was a decision. Decide. Oh my gosh. Decide. Indecision. Prioritize. Wow, you guys, there's something, and then letting go. There's something you're releasing. Release, letting go. There's something you're letting go of this month that for maybe a long time you were undecided on. Do I need this thing? Do I need this person? Whatever the situation is this good for me? Is this bad for me? The fact that you're even questioning it tells you that maybe there's something more here, that it's not for your highest good. But this month you are going to get a handle on this indecision, and you're actually going to decide which is the best route for you to stay or to go at a job, a house, a relationship, whatever it is in your life. You're going to have that decision. And in the third eye, you're going to be tapping into your inner environment. You're going to be having that divine guidance helping you make the best decision for yourself. And then here you have call on your healer guides. So this thing you're releasing, this thing you're letting go of, it may be tied to your childhood or your past in some way, and you felt like it was a traumatic experience, and you're going to be healing. You can call on your guides and angels to help you heal this area of your life. You can do healing meditations, cord cutting meditations, whatever it is that resonates for you. But you're going to be healing that thing that you're stepping away from and letting go this month. And then here we have prioritize, and that just, you can't make this stuff up, you guys. This is just crazy. With that 8 of Fire card, with, so many things going on and your energy is just scattered. This is just saying, this is just completely emphasizing that 8 of Fire card for me to you guys. Focused on your highest priorities. And Archangel Metatron, this is his card, he will help you get organized and motivated. Once you figure out what it is that you want, you've prioritized it, you've made a list of goals or things you want to accomplish this month, once you've done that, you can call on guides and angels to help you stay organized, stay motivated, stay on track. And then you have the practice card. So with daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. Whatever it is that you're striving to accomplish, the more you work on it, the more you're practicing, and the better you're going to get at it. You guys don't have anything to worry about because you are completely divinely supported this month, and always, obviously. But this month in particular with this third eye and that all these water cards you got, and you're just really tapped into that intuition, and it's just on point for you this month. And it's going to be so on that you're going to be able to make a decision that maybe you've been weighing this decision for years or months or weeks, and you're finally coming away from this indecision and stepping into the decision that you know needs to be made. And you're doing it from a very loving, heart-centered place, a place that's from your soul, that is for your highest good. And where in the past this releasing and this letting go may have been difficult, you're ready. You're ready to move on. You're ready to see clearly on this situation and put your best foot forward and get things done and do things that you've always desired to do. So, yeah, you guys, absolutely beautiful energy for the month. You guys are getting some answers to things that you may have wanted to know for a long time. And they're not coming from other people. They're coming from your inner environment. So if you're not meditating or you don't have a meditation practice, this month would be very key for you to start doing that. But I do feel like a great number of you already do meditate or do consult with your guides and angels and everybody. You guys are very tapped in intuitively and use your spiritual gifts to help you through life already. So you guys are on the right track, and just keep going. Make any major decisions you need to, but just make sure you're tapping into that heart center, that soul place, which you have no air here where your mind is interfering. So I feel like that's going to be very easy for you guys to do, is to get in touch with that inner environment. So awesome, you guys. Thank you so much. I hope this resonated. Let me know below what you thought. Thanks again for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, you guys, have a beautiful September. Bye. All right, group number 3, let's see what you are to expect for September of 2019. And as I've done most of my past monthly readings, we're going to be doing the spread that I normally do with the tarot cards. And then we have these oracle cards here for additional guidance. So let's go ahead and get started. For your overall energy of this month, for the 7 of Air, it's that 7 of Swords. So there may be some plans that you've had that actually need revising. There's more going on than what meets the eye, and the timing just may not be right for something in your life. It feels to me like this is something coming in from the past. Like you're going to be finally getting clarity on a relationship or situation where something just didn't add up for you, but you're going to be kind of putting the puzzle pieces together about that thing this month. And I feel for most of you already, just by judging from this card, I feel like that's mostly about a relationship in your life. Friendship, significant other, parent, sibling, whatever. You're going to be discovering something that's going to shed more light on the situation for you. So, all right, let's see what else we're going to get from this energy this month. But this is the energy you're coming in with from the earlier summer months, and you have the Dreamer. So that's all about that leap of faith and following your dreams and just these unexpected new opportunities coming into your life. Maybe you guys have just started on a new path and you've just started to follow your dreams. I just saw someone just started a business or a YouTube channel that they're very hopeful about, and that is such a beautiful energy to bring you into September with. Autumn is that season of harvest where you're reaping all the rewards from the seeds that you've sown from the beginning of the year until now. So to me, I almost feel like you guys, there's going to be something you've been working on for a long time that you're going to start seeing the fruits of that labor in this month. So let's go ahead and see what the present moment is for you guys. Okay, so the Four of Air, that Four of Swords, it's all about just feeling maybe a little bogged down, time to take a rest or a vacation. There may be a decision that you need to make that you need more information on, or you need more time before you can make a sound decision. I always stress this, meditation will bring you the answers you seek. I think I've said something about meditation in every one of these piles so far. It's just funny. It's such a, something people talk about all the time, but it's just such an invaluable tool to get the answers you seek in life. And so many people don't realize how easy it would be for them to get the answers they seek in life and to really start living the life of their dreams if they could just meditate, even 5 minutes a day, trying to tap into that inner source of power and strength and the divine is just absolutely invaluable. But I feel like a lot of you guys have maybe burned yourself out. Yes, you've taken that leap of faith and you've followed your dreams and you've put in some work. And there have been a few unexpected opportunities that have come in for you guys. But I feel like some of you are already starting to feel burned out. You're like, I already need a nap next week. Like, I'm so tired and I just need to take a breath and take a vacation from, I think for some of you it's work, and for some of you it just may be even stressful relationships in your life that have just kind of been weighing on your energy. And I think for some of you that does pair back to that Seven of Air, where something just doesn't make sense where this person is concerned, like they're hiding something from you but you don't know what it is, or something like that. I'm getting a couple of almost contradictory kind of pulls of energy, so that could either completely resonate or not resonate at all. So if it resonates, we'll find out what it is, and if it doesn't, we'll find out something else. So don't get dejected yet if this makes no sense to you, because we're going to find out some more information, you guys. Okay, so this is the card in your future conditions. So the month of September taking you into October. Awesome. So you guys have the Queen of Fire, which is that Queen of Wands. So you're going to be really coming into your own and kind of stretching your wings to fly. You don't underestimate yourself, because I think a lot of you guys, you had these great big dreams earlier in the summer, and then coming into this September, you're maybe even realizing how much work it's going to take to make these dreams happen. And you're almost feeling discouraged about it, but just know you have the power to make these dreams come true. And I like to say, if you have a dream in your heart that's not coming from ego or what society tells you need to accomplish or do or have, if it's a dream that is in your heart that comes from your soul, there's nothing that's standing in your way except yourself. If it's a dream that truly comes from your own soul and your inner guidance, nothing can stand in your way except your ego. So just don't underestimate yourself. You guys have a lot of creativity and this sense of independence about yourselves that you really need to start asserting yourselves a little bit more this month. And I think you will. This is that queen of confidence and intelligence, and that queen that everyone just wants to sit and listen to for hours on end. So I think you're going to have a captive audience this month, with people are going to be wanting to hear what you have to say. At work, at home, just everywhere you go, you're going to be speaking things that people need to hear, that people want to hear, and it's going to make you feel good about yourself as well. So this is your best path to follow this month. And you have the Three of Fire. Absolutely awesome. This is a great great card. So this is all about abundance, and you're going to have the patience to get you through, and you're making these long-term plans and goals. So whatever it is that you started here in the earlier part of the summer or had started planning to do, it's like you guys are going to take the bull by the horns and really start working towards those goals. And you're going to have the patience to do those things, because a lot of times we have these goals and we just want them to happen right now, and you know, we want all these things to happen overnight. And I think it was, what's her name? Lisa Nichols or something like that. I may be completely wrong on the name, but she had mentioned something about how her grandma always told her nothing worthwhile ever came from a microwave. And it makes sense. You know, you can get a ready to heat up meal and put it in the microwave, and you can take it out and eat it and it tastes good, whatever. But if you take the time to really put that love and spices and ingredients into this meal and cook it in the oven or on the stove, it tastes that much better, because you took the time and put in the love and the effort and the work, and you didn't just put it in a microwave and push a couple of buttons. So to me, that's what this is saying. You're going to have that fuel to take you through, to make these dreams come true in the way that's not forcing it or making it happen prematurely. You're going to be making these things on the stove with all your special recipes and spices, and it's going to be beautiful. So that is your best path to follow this month. Don't try to rush things just to rush things. Make sure you're putting your heart and your soul into things and making them the best way you know how, so that they have that lasting power. Because to me, if you try to rush these things and they're not quite ready to be given to the world or put out there, they're going to fizzle out before they start. So to me, you put in that work, you make those plans, and you're just going to be overflowing with abundance where this thing is concerned. So that's absolutely amazing. All right, so the energy in your environment, and I like to pair that one with this card here. This is the overall energy of your month of September, and this is the energy that you're working on in your environment. So wherever it is, wherever you're at mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, this is the energy that's in that environment for you. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is awesome. So you have the 10 of Earth. It's that absolute happy family, financial security and abundance. You're just finding beauty in the little things in life, and you're really not taking anything for granted. It's like this fairy here. I can't tell, is she doing her hair? Oh, she's looking up, but it almost looked like she was braiding her hair or something, and then these two little kids are playing. It's like everybody's just happy and feeling fulfilled and just on the right path. So to me, you're just going to feel, if you don't know the next step to take, you can pray about it, meditate about it, and it's like by the time you wake up the next morning, you'll know which way to go. You'll know that next step to take. Again, with that 7 of Air, there may be some plans you made earlier this month or earlier, in the summer months that, those plans you made were great at the time, but now you're realizing they need revision or tweaked in some way to benefit you even better than you thought they would. So yeah, really nothing to worry about here. So, and then your hopes and your fears. You have the 4 of Fire. That goes really well with this 10 of Earth card. It's just contentment, peace, and abundance. I mean, you have 3 cards in a row that are all about abundance, abundance, abundance. So there's something for you guys that, and it may pair back to this thing you started that you've been working on that is bringing you money or income or abundance in some way. Even I see people like networking with people that will help you, that you can help them and they can help you. So you're going to have, and also like a happy home life, or you're going to have a successful completion of a project or something that you've been working on or working toward. You're going to realize it this month. So I just saw someone buying a new car that they've been saving that seems like forever. Like, I've been saving forever and I'm finally getting to buy my car. Something like that. Or I see someone moving somewhere they've always wanted to be. Something like that. So things that may have seemed at a standstill before are really starting to move forward for you guys now. And you're going to just complete this kind of phase in life and start a whole new phase. But it's not going to be a dramatic shift or anything. It's just going to be a very natural next step for you guys. So it feels very fluid, very natural. It doesn't feel jarring whatsoever to me. So then for your outcome of the month of September, you have the Three of Air. You're going to need to take time to heal or forgive someone or yourself. It feels like that goes back to this, and I don't feel like this is for everybody. I just feel like this is for a few of you guys, and I might pull a clarifier on this because I almost feel like this outcome is only for a very few of you guys. There may be some grief for some of you that's coming up this month. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier on that. And then I want to also pull a card for those others of you. Oh, okay, so this is going to clarify this Three of Air energy. We have the Knight of Fire. So this may be dealing with a split-second decision that you need to make or that needs to be made for this Three of Air card. But yeah, this feels quick. So whatever this thing is, it's going to happen out of the blue or something quick. Okay, and then and again, this I think is for just a couple of you guys. So for the outcome of this month for the rest of you, so if that doesn't resonate or that scares you, let's just pick another outcome for the other group. Oh, that one buckled. I think that's it. Justice. You'll know what to do is right. You'll be standing up for your beliefs. So I think that goes back to this more going on that meets the eye. Things are coming to light that you didn't know, information. And then I just saw for some of you, it's a court case that you're dealing with or some sort of unfairness that has happened to you, and justice will be served in your favor about this. And you had poor timing here, but the outcome, you're going to at least learn information about this thing that the Seven of Air has been kind of telling us throughout the month. You're going to be finding information about this that's going to bring you forward. But for the most part, you guys, you're going to have a lot of abundance coming into you this month, whether that's monetary or other people or whatever. You're going to feel very abundant. And we'll go ahead and see what we have on the oracle cards for more understanding. Okay. So the very first thing we have over here is anxiety. I think that feeling that for this great sadness and forgiving yourself and others, I think that is for you guys. That sudden event that happens that maybe triggers something from your past. I think a lot of it is not in your head, but it's just it's caused because you have this underlying anxiety of this unhealed trauma in your life. And then you have the dream guide here. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of teacher or somebody that's coming into your life this month, or that's already in your life, but this month they're really going to be playing that role of mentor or helper to you. And I think it has to do with this, either this sense of justice or this sadness that you've had and this sudden event that has happened either this month or in the past that is triggering this anxiety. Or for you guys that had the justice outcome, this is going to be somebody dealing with whatever this situation is for you. That's going to be kind of this hero or this guardian or teacher that comes forward to help you. And then I was saying a little bit earlier about careers. There's going to be a career change or transition for some of you, and it may not be a completely like leaving your job and going somewhere else or even being promoted, but it just may be something you're doing in your career that you're changing for the better for yourself. Even if that's as simple as rearranging your desk at work, or if you work from home, if you get some new stationery, like I don't know, it could be something as simple as that. Or for some of you, it could be getting a whole new job or even a whole different career path. And then we have healing, healed, and healer. So whatever these things are, that the justice thing or the sadness, there's healing involved. There's going to be healing for you guys. And this thing that happened for the couple of you that have this outcome, it was something that you had wanted to experience on a soul level. So even if it feels out of the blue and horrible and you just wish this never would have happened, you signed up on a soul level to experience this thing for your soul's evolution and your soul's growth. Sorry about that, you guys. My video cut off because I was way too long-winded. So let's just pick up where we left off. I think we were at the holiday. I think a lot of you guys are having a decision to make or seeking an answer to something, and you're going to find that answer by taking a rest or that vacation. And she's out here in nature, and then this horse here is out in nature. So to me, your answer will be found out in nature, just connecting with yourself and just being alone with yourself. And whether that's taking a hike or going for a swim, just being near water or on a mountain, somewhere where you're in nature, in peace, by yourself, or at least kind of by yourself, even if you're on a hiking path or something, there's other people. If you're alone with your thoughts, you can really tap into getting, making that decision or finding that answer that you seek. It will come to you because we are our most connected to our inner selves when we are out in nature. And if you can be like her and be barefoot, all the better, because once you can be barefoot on the earth the way we're meant to be on the earth, you can get even more connected. Then we have the What Do You Love card. So for me, the key to getting through anything that feels negative for you, the anxiety, just the busyness of life, is to make sure you're taking time to do the things that you love as well, because you shouldn't be a slave to gotta pay those bills, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta. You need, not want, you need to take time for yourself and to do the things that bring you joy, because there's no point in living a life where you're just feeling like a slave or you're being pulled in every direction but where you want to be. So allow yourself to do the things you love. And if you don't really know what it is you love, this would be a great time to take inventory of your life and discover what it is you love. And then you have the Making New Friends card. So there may be people coming into your life this month that you meet online or at work or just out in nature, whatever. You're going to meet some new people that feel like kindred spirits to you, people that you really have a lot in common with, that really resonate with your spirit. And I do feel for a great number of you guys, this is something to do with an online group or just an online community of some sort. But then for others of you, this is somebody you meet in real life. Yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for you guys. If you do feel like this Three of Air is for you and this Knight of Fire, this sudden event, this sadness, don't worry. I mean, life is full of ups and downs, and we always get over things. And I don't know if it cut off. I know I was talking about this card, I think, when it cut off, but I had mentioned where this thing that happens is for both outcomes, for the justice outcome or this Three of Swords outcome. You did sign up to have this happen on a soul level. So there are no worries. You're always right on time. You're always on the right path, and you're always experiencing what your soul signed up to experience. So no worries there. Let me know below if this resonated. I always love to hear from you guys, and thanks again for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back here at the Done Creative. And I hope you have a beautiful September. All right, you guys. Bye.